bitterly cold, fucking icy wind. Oh, if you're on the streets, mate, you've no fucking chance. It's appalling, to be honest, mate. And I believe it's all over the country, isn't it? I've had to fucking cabin up. We've had a drive around the actual town, I'll tell you in a bit, but I came back to this through the door. Check this out, look, yeah. Newlands. Barchester Healthcare. Are you thinking about care for a loved one this winter? I would have thought about care all the time for my loved ones. Newlands Care Centre in Workington. We can help. A positive start to 2018. Come along to our open day, look, see? There's a picture there of the old lass. The daughter's turned up with a guitar. And she's fucking rattling away on them maracas, is it? Yeah? That's how good it is there. Huh? There we a place in there. What is it, a grand a week? Grand and a half, I think. The festive season can be a joyous time, but can also be a time of reflection. The realisation that an older person close to you may be struggling to cope at home. It's time you fucking had his home. Or her home. Yeah? Fuck off. Whether it's the challenge of age, the feeling of loneliness, or the pressure of winter, Newlands Care Centre could be the new beginning that's needed for the silly old cunt you want to get rid of. Yeah? And put a few quid in your own pocket. God almighty. Who writes this shit? Seriously? I'm not in this position. I couldn't give a fuck what they say, you know. I'll survive independently, but this is appalling, this. Yeah, imagine that coming through your fucking door in your elderly, in your fucking 90s, 80s. Yeah, I have opened the fucking tin. I opened the fucking tin as soon as I read that. We understand finding the right care home can be a daunting task. I know through my parents. My father seriously fucking disabled in a wheelchair for fucking 7 or 8 years. He didn't want to be anywhere than at home. When my mum was dying of cancer in hospital, she was in there for 4 weeks. When we got her home for the last few days, she said, "Don't take me back, don't take me back." That's how people feel. They don't want me in a fucking rest home. We're at that age. These fucking wankers here. Well, there may well be some who decide they want to go there. I mean, in my position, I intend to be independent. And maybe, if the state will pay for it, because I won't be able to pay for it, they'll put me in one of these, but I fucking doubt it. This is about profiteering from the elderly again. There's no doubt about it. This is about a private organisation called Barchester.com. And when you put them in Google, they've got properties and big fucking rest homes all over the country, mate. And that's what they're doing. They're looking at what you're worth, mate, yeah? Whether your fucking parents, you know, your children can sit down with you at Christmas like this, get a few fucking whiskies down you and say, "It's time you weren't here, Dad." You know, Mum, Mum, it's a struggle for you on your own, and I'm having to come at night after work. I'm having to come down here at weekend to see if you're all right, clean you up and everything else. You don't think you'd be better in a place like this? Huh? Fucking hell. And the fucking kids are thinking we might get a few quid out of gaff. And all Newlands Care Centre, the old Barchester.com group, all they're thinking is that coin might last about 2 years for that old terrace up fucking Preston or wherever else. 1,500 quid a week. Then you'd be fucking dumped back in the fucking services of the NHS. Oh, bespoke services. I see it all over vans. Is it bespoke joiner, bespoke fucking carpenter, bespoke fucking bricklayer? What the fuck's a bespoke bricklayer or a bespoke carpenter? A fucking decent one would be alright. Bespoke. nursing care, residential care, dementia care, short stays, respite, care for the under 65s, daycare, ensuite rooms, hair salon, dedicated minibus for day trips, tailored activities program, residents and fucking relatives meeting, delicious and nutritious menus, just what you want when you're dying at the big sea, you know what I mean? Beautiful gardens, Wi-Fi available. What's that? What good's that going to be to fucking most of them? Wi-Fi available, it's a missing. At a cost on top of the 1,500 quid probably. Fucking frightening, mate. What am I living in? What am I fucking living in? There you go. Open day. Come along, 27th of January. I might fucking get myself down there. See what's going on. That's just the festive season can be a joyous time, but can also be a time of reflection. I can fucking reflect on that because I was struggling like fuck looking after my dad. Really was, going up there 2 or 3 times a day. He was falling and everything else. My sister was coming down, a few nights a week. We were doing our very best. When she came down at Christmas for 3 or 4 days and saw how difficult it was for him to get up and down, that's when we decided we had to put more time into it. That's when we decided that this was going to be a full-time job and we needed some support and help, which we asked for, which was because he had motor neuron, we got help for. But they're just picking the right words out, aren't they? The realisation that an older person close to you may be struggling to cope at home, whether it's a challenge of age, the feeling of loneliness. It won't be loneliness because they don't want to be anywhere else, or the pressures of winter, gas bills and electric bills. The Newlands Care Centre can be the new beginning that's needed. All you'll need is 1,500 quid a week. Extra if they want to sit in the fucking restaurant. With the ex-council staff who are all in there free of fucking charge. I tell you what, mate, that's fucking Workington. Be a lot of people around Workington, Whitehaven, whose fucking kids will be thinking that because a lot of Sellafield staff out there, they'll be loaded. And they'll be thinking, unlike this young lass, well, not a young lass my age, who comes up here every day up this path past my window. 5 days a week she comes to visit her mum who's 90 odd. She's blind. And she comes and see her, 4 or 5 days a week. You can see the torment and stress on her face. She's having to drive 15 mile there, 15 mile back. Like me, like my sister had to do. I was only 3 or 4 mile away, but it's still fucking trying. They're people that you care dearly for. I don't know where this country's going, do you? We're profiteering now out of the elderly. I've been saying this for years. This is a fucking, this is a nation that, is making money out of, well, it sold all its fucking council houses off, it sold all its fucking services off, and now it's prepared to actually fucking profiteer from fucking elderly people. With those with the dementia are just people who have no one there to take care of them. And I understand that these people, and we all need to be helped at that stage. But that's what they've been paying him for, you dickheads. They've been working at places like Sellafield. They've been paying fucking hundreds of thousands a fucking decade in, Thousands and thousands a year towards it in the pensions they pay for. Now you want to milk the fucking house off them. Oh, I must say, I've just been around the fucking town. It's bitterly cold fucking. Phew. I wouldn't want to be out there now. And now we're wrapped up. I went around a few of these new estates just to give someone some information. Friday, I built houses for 30 years. I've seen folk all like it. There's 3 or 4 estates on the edge of the town. They're going to fuck this town up. Don't worry, I'm not mourning. I'm alright. I'm up on the fucking hill. But the town itself is fucking full of these new little terraces, and on the outskirts, they're not even within walking distance of the town. But it's like the cheapest fucking two-bedder you'll see with no garage or fuck all, just a driveway. They look just like the old fucking like estates of social housing that were built back in the 1990s. Tanny, where I had a flat. They're all the same brick, all the same front doors, all the same fucking like, it's plain as fuck. You have to, up here they do that because it's like on the edge of the Lake District. This is not even the Lake District. But what I'm saying is, fucking hell, 180, 190, yeah? 3-bedroom fucking semi, 250, 260. On these estates, like they're saying, where the workmanship's crap. They're not even fucking being done right. And they're crammed in like fucking sardines. You go to the middle of town and you see the pretty little terraces down the streets that I showed you. You know, where they're near the river and they have the character and all that. You can't recreate that on the fucking outskirts of town, jamming people in like sardines, charging them $250 for a fucking place that's not even got a fucking garage. I'm not talking about, they all need a place. Everybody needs a place. What I'm saying here is just imagine that fucking pressure on your family, on your kids, on you yourself. Yeah, your job, your fucking, your wife's job, because she'll have to have a fucking job, mate, because you ain't going to be fucking, unless you're a doctor, and if you're a doctor or whatever, go around the corner, because there are executive estates here like you wouldn't fucking believe, mate. You could put that 2-3 bedroom terrace on their fucking balcony, and I mean it, overlooking the river. Some monster 5-bedroom places round here, and I don't mean fucking 1 or 2 odd ones, because there are some wonderful fucking houses out in the countryside, with land and everything. I'm talking about estates of them, 50s and 60s of them, fucking monstrous 5-bedroom stone-built things, newly built in the last few years, yeah, with a jag in each fucking drive, 4-wheel fucking drive next to it. They're not at work. It was 11:30 when I was there. What they're doing? Doctors and fucking psychiatrists, bullshitters and everything else, man. This is where the boys come to fucking retire, I'm telling you. But I mean, I'm not into this, into this ruining a beautiful little fucking town by cramming these fucking new estates right around it. And don't jump down my throat and say, oh, you fucking think you're all... I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about create new villages on the outskirts. In a farmer's fucking field, create 50 new houses there, create 50 new houses in another direction. Have them all connected to the town. The likes of Europe and Germany do this all the time. They've been doing it for decades. All connected by a rail service, or all connected by a fucking good bus service, tram service. Don't ruin the fucking actual, the core of the reason why that people want to come there. Take a fucking farmer's field away, stick 50 houses in that, yeah, but make sure the facilities are there where you can go backwards and forwards in the car, in the fucking, on the bus or on the train. Create a fucking like area where you're in amongst farming country, yeah. The livestock are there around you. But you're not just making the town grow to the extent that it's abhorrent what you see in the outskirts of it. It's just fucking ugly. One architect's designed the fucking lot without a fucking clue. Yeah. I've looked around a few estates here today. And as I said, I was building houses for fucking donkey's years, and I just think they're ugly as fuck, mate. I would not want to move on there for a go. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't fucking swap this little bungalow for one of them for fuck all. I would not even fucking think about it, mate, because it just looked like a place where a lot of young people, a lot of new people, a lot of people from out of town are going to move into and just not integrate. They're not going to even fucking integrate with each other. Because that's what people are like in these estates today, aren't they? They've given up fucking like, there is no local fucking pub. You know, I can imagine. I'm going to start going out at night, actually, having a few beers at night. When summer comes, when I can get the whole system turned around again. I'm hoping to do a full turnaround by summer. How you start going to bed at fucking dinner time, getting up at fucking 5 in the morning. Just ready for the fucking dinner time session, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? At the moment, by the time the sun goes down, I go down. Sort of fucking... in summer, I'll be up at 4 and out at 4 when the sun is shining. And we might catch an odd Friday or Saturday night out in the town just to see what the place is about, but I don't know. No wonder people moan about the destruction of fucking rural life and the inability for locals to live here, mate, when you're talking 200 grand plus for a fucking terrace, not within walking distance of the town of fuck home. Yeah, man. The country's fucked.